Yeah. 10 out of 10 with the perfect scope. Trust go in the process, understand it when you work it grow. I'm the best you never heard before. Blessed to have this urban glow. Set aside semantics, I'm the one, yeah. Living on the run, what you want? Die a legend or live quietly forever under sun. Undecided, you'll be silent, you'll get buried just for fun. I'll be carried by the giants to the ocean's floor with drums. I'm practically mythology, I'm glad to see the prophecy. Celestial, my skin is black, so is my psychology. So-and-so don't bother me, toe-to-toe with honesty. I live without a fear, cause my birthright is what was promised me. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires. It's proper to be draped in the finest. I was made in this holy image, my conception designer. My reflection feeling Mufasa-like. We ain't on the same type of time, we just talk alike. Mobbing like we always been the red wine and pasta type. Honestly, your crew need me, changing my priorities. I'm taking off these new Yeezys. I ain't working 24/7, cause it's too easy. More like 17/5, I guess I'm the new Jeezy. Okay, you wanna fight, let's just get right to it. John Henry, two hammers swinging, I get right through it. You know this life only built for gods. The Titans broke through them cages with me to switch the odds. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires. I got every right to go crazy. Go crazy, go higher, gold bracelet, gold wires.
Take to get an out back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.
My bad, y'all. Yeah, I know I was supposed to be going live at 1 o'clock, but my bad, y'all. Yeah, everybody was feeling a little bit discombobulated, y'all. Um, I was trying to figure out what type of lighting I was going to use for my show today because I really didn't want to use my green screen today. Really just wanted to be normal. So I was trying to figure out which lighting I wanted to use. What was I going to use my studio lighting like I normally do, or was I going to use the natural lighting that's reflecting in my office/studio? So I went on and decided to use both. So I'm using the natural lighting. The lighting that you see right now reflecting is the one lighting that's coming directly from my office window. The sun is shining perfectly right now, but sometimes the sun, it will shine way too bright and end up messing up my camera. You know what I'm saying? And make the image look just crazy. So right now it's looking really good. And I got my shades open and everything looking real good. Then also I'm using part of my normal studio lighting as well too, so it can kind of see my skin tone and also so it can look as perfect as y'all see it right now. You know what I'm saying? So far so good. That's all part of me being a content creator, y'all. You know, I got to be extra bougie on everything. You know how I roll. My lighting got to be good. My sound got to be A1 and everything, you know. But that is me. That is me. But I appreciate y'all tuning in on this Saturday though, for this on Saturday edition show. I guess I just decided that I'm just gonna make it up to y'all since I miss all these days from YouTube. I just go ahead and do a Saturday show. I might end up doing a Sunday show too. There ain't no telling. We'll see. We'll see. But once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in to this show today. Got a interesting topic that I want to share with y'all today. Mad, what's up with it, homie? And Trey, what's up with it to you as well, homie? But yeah, I want to share this topic because I've been seeing that this topic is actually trending right now. been on trending for like going on a week now. So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it before it started not trending no more. So yeah, give y'all my perspective about this. All right. So there's a TikTok video that's circulating circulating around the streets and stuff, right? This TikTok video circulating around the streets is talking about this baby mama having this issue with this baby daddy, right? And the whole issue of debacle is that the baby daddy end up bringing just his son food from McDonald's, all right? So we're gonna want to review the video. I got it one pulled up. I have to actually go to my one TikTok channel. Urban do have a TikTok channel, by the way, y'all. So y'all can tune into that. But I have to go to my TikTok channel and research and find these videos. So I got the videos right now. We're gonna review all parts of these video, and I'm gonna give you my perspective about all this. All right, Christina, salute, welcome. First time seeing you. I think this is my first time seeing you on my platform, but if it is, salute, appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, let's go and dive into this, y'all, real quick. All right, let's see what all this fuss is about. All right, so let me pull it up. Here it is. Let me get myself in the corner right here to y'all. So here I am. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cue this video up right now. Like I say, this is on TikTok right now. I do have a TikTok channel too, so if y'all want to tune into my TikTok channel, by all means, tune into my TikTok channel. All right, Sweet with it. What's up with it? Oh, y'all, Christina, y'all, appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Salute. Go ahead and hit that like button while you here. It's free. I don't charge nobody to hit the like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Appreciate you. Thank you. But let me go and show this video. I'm gonna show the first part of this. Then I'm gonna show the second part of this. Then I'm gonna show the actual baby mama response to this whole debacle. Right now, keep in mind. When I was looking at all this and I was researching this last night all the way up today, I know that overall this is a fake video and she was just doing this, they were just doing this for the clout. I know that, I get it, I understand that. But in all truthfulness, situations like this really do happen, y'all, for real. It really do happen. So let's view it, y'all. Let's look at the first one and we're just gonna go through it, all right? All right, so that's the first part of this, all right? So let's view the second part of this, all right? Let's go.
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7th.
Lisa, it's not my problem.
But if you're trying to help out, though, you're not helping out. Yeah.
All right, that's the second part. Now let's look at the final part of this. That we're gonna have a conversation about this, all right? I think this part 3 down here.
Yeah.
Nope, that ain't it. What's part 3 at? No, part 3 is right here. All right, y'all. So before I get into the last video, let's go ahead and have a conversation about this real quick. All right, let's talk about this real quick. All right, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about this. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so the whole situation, this whole debacle situation is stemmed towards this girl who's the baby mama. She get upset with the baby daddy because he is bringing food for just his son only. All right, he's only bringing food for just his son only. She have other kids there too. Her argument and complaint is that he does bring food for just the one child, and he should be considerate to not only considerate. She pretty much saying that it is his requirement to bring food for the other children as well. And her argument also based on this is because they used to date, and also that it is his responsibility to take care of the other children, because he knew when he was in a relationship with her that she was the whole quote unquote package deal, knowing it's their child, but all the other children together. You know what I'm saying? That's her argument. His argument is that now, we're not in a relationship no more. I'm only responsible for my child, and that's it. I'm not responsible for the other one children, and I'm pretty sure that his argument as well is this: is that his argument is that, like, look, when we was together and stuff like that, I didn't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because we was together, and so I made that my obligation for me to undo that for not only for my child, but for all the rest of the children now. But since we're not together no more, I'm not entitled to do that. So this is the whole conflict that's going back and forth. Now, keep in mind, once again, y'all, I know and I understand that when I researched this, I know that this was a fictitious video. I know it's fake. I know they was doing it for the clout, for the clicking views and all stuff like that. I get that. I understand that. But however, just like I stated, these are real life situations that actually happens for real. That actually happen. And so I wanted to present this to y'all so we can have a conversation about it and so we can talk about it. And I'm gonna give you my perspective about this. All right. So let me share this with y'all. Okay. I remember when I had did a panel, right? And I did an open panel with what's her name? Oh, Dr. Jefferson. Dr. Jefferson, if y'all know Dr. Jefferson, she is a psychotherapist, all right? So I was on the panel with her, and I was on the panel with another one therapist as well, too. And we was talking about, different issues dealing with, relationship and dating and different things like that, right? So the conversation started talking about co-parenting and stuff, right? And part of the co-parent process, we was talking about what if you are a blended family, right? And you get together, woman have children, and you have your children, and y'all blend the families together into one and stuff, right? And we was also talking about single co-parent as well too. So the conversation went like this: that we start asking who was obligated to take care of the children and stuff, right? So she was giving her perspective and saying that it is the man and the woman responsibility to take care of all the children, regardless if the children are blood born to you or not. That was her perspective on that. All right. I had countered that, right, and told her like, well, nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that a man or a woman is obligated to take care of somebody else's children, especially if their mother or father is around. You know what I'm saying? It is not an obligation for them to do that. But however, if they choose to do that, then that's their choice. If they choose to do that, that's fine. But it's not no obligation. None of that, you know what I'm saying, for them to do that. That was my counter argument on that, all right? Joy, what's up with it? What's up? Salute to you. But, yeah, so that was my counter argument on that. So me and Dr. Jefferson, we was going back and forth on this. We was debating on this topic, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, we end up agreeing to disagree on this, you know what I'm saying? But I have noticed after when I had this debate with Dr. Jefferson, and I started doing some research about what we was talking about, and I noticed that a lot of women have this entitlement mentality. A lot of women have this entitlement mentality that they normally feel, but they believe without a shadow of doubt that a man's supposed to come in and be a father to a children is not their own. Now, listen again to what I say. They have this entitlement mentality, saying that a man's supposed to come in and be a father to a children that is not his own blood children. This is the one attitude behind it. But here's another interesting part about this same theory, right? The same type of women that believe that, right, are the same type of women when the situation in reverse, they feel that they're not responsible for that man's other child, that it's not their own child. Am I lying about that? This is what I've seen, and especially dealing with modern day women, is that they feel like this for real. They feel that you should take care of their non-blood born child, but they don't want to be entitled to take care of your child that's from another woman. Kid y'all not. So this what brings this conversation into light. All right. Now, once again, my stance on this is still the same. At the end of the day, if that child is not your quote unquote blood born child, then you're not entitled to take care of that child. That child should be the responsibility of that baby mama and that baby daddy, whoever y'all done procreated with. Sorry, y'all. But however, there are certain circumstances, right, that will happen. Like, let's say for example that the father of the child is no longer with them, meaning that he done died or anything like that. That is a case by case situation, depending on the dynamics of y'all relationship that y'all should visit and talk about. That's one thing. But still, at the same time, the fact of the matter remains is that that woman nor that man is entitled to take care of a child that is not their own. They're not entitled to that. Once again, I'm using the term entitled, and I'm also using the term obligated as well too. They're not. That is something that they choose to do. If they choose to do that, let it be. By all means, let it be, and allow them to be a mother or a father to your children. By all means, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to the point where one start thinking that they better do it, or they entitled to do it, then that's where I have an issue with that, because they're not entitled to that at all. This is like the same situation, like this is like the same situation, right? Where let's say that y'all in a relationship, the one man and the woman's in a relationship, right? And they just so happen common law marriage, living together, right? Same situation. They just so happen living together. Then one day the woman cousin decide to live with them, right? For whatever reason it is. The woman cousin, or whoever it is, cousin, kinfolk, whoever it is, that's a child, decided to live with them, right? Now, at the same time, it's still not that dude's responsibility to take care of her cousin, right? Or it could be another sibling. It could be the woman's, it could be a woman's sister, and the sister is 10 years old, for example. It is not that man's obligation nor responsibility to take care of her or him or whoever the case may be. It's not their responsibility. But however, if he chooses to do things for him or her, then that's fine too. But you can't make that be his sole responsibility, talking about that he better do this. He better do this or he better do that. Then go to the point of trying to emasculate that man for not doing something that he's not entitled to doing, that he's not obligated to doing. That's the point that I'm making. Same scenario, same situation. The only difference is that it does the cousin or the sister or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm saying. Keisha, salute. Happy Saturday to you. Sweet Rita, what's up? Sup? Sweet Rita, she said, how would you feel good as a man knowing that your child is in the house eating McDonald's while the other kids watching him eat and hungry? To be honest with you, no, it wouldn't bother me. It honestly wouldn't bother me, because once again, that is not my responsibility to take care of all the children in the house, even by me being a man. Now, this situation, it also deals with, a person's moral compass as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could want to say on Sweet Riddle, like morally speaking, any type of man would want to do what's in the best interest, right, for his child. especially dealing with the situation. But however, the point that I'm making is that he's not obligated to do that. If he wants to go and buy a whole McDonald's meal for every last one of them children, by all means, this is right. He could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if he say, no, I'm not going to do that, and I'm only responsible for just my child in that household, he's entitled to that as well too. Because he's only responsible for his child. Now, it's the mother of the household who's responsible for them children in the household. It is not his fault that the rest of the children can't eat McDonald's. Hell, a matter of fact, while his son eating McDonald's, she could be fixing them children some food. If she have food, but like the one in this scenario, she was talking about that she haven't received her food stamps and stuff. So whose fault is that for her not receiving her food stamps? Furthermore, whose fault is that for her not being a responsible woman or being a responsible mother to make sure that you have food in the household for your children? Whose responsibility is that? Is that his responsibility, or is it her responsibility for that? Obviously, it's going to be her responsibility for that. She's responsible for taking care of the children. What's interesting about this too, y'all, is that we're still dealing with this modern day woman movement, right? Where modern day women they have this sense of empowerment, right? Where they feel that they could do things by themselves. They feel like they can, conquer the whole world by themselves. Some of them are so up in their feelings where they believe that they don't need a man to survive. They're independent, right? So within all that I just said, right, what is wrong with her exercising the movement that she's talking about? What is wrong with her being a responsible mother and making sure that the children in the household have food? They might not going to be entitled to get some McDonald's, but they sure hell going to be entitled to fix some for her to either cook for them or to fix some food, or even by her working. She could have easily resolved the situation by going and either taking them to McDonald's or even Uber eating some McDonald's to them. What was hard about that? What was hard about that situation? That's what I'm saying. Now, Sweet Rose, she said if he's a good father, he wouldn't want to see any children hungry. Sweet Rita, I have to disagree with you on that. If he's a good father, he's going to make sure that his child is not going to go hungry. Being a good father don't have nothing to do with other people's children. Now, if you were to reword it, it's saying being a good man wouldn't want to see other children hungry, then that's different. That's different. But does being a good father now, that don't have nothing to do with him being a good father, because once again, he is not the father of them children. He is responsible for his one child. That's it. That's who he's responsible for. That's who he's obligated to take care of. Now I'm going to counter that argument with you too, once we read it too, right? All right. Since we're talking about if he's a good father, he want to see any child hungry, right? Here's my rebuttal on that. Would I be considered still a good father, right, if I see children in my community who are not mine, by the way? I see children in my community who are going hungry. Would that still make me be a good father or not? Now, keep in mind, I'm saying the children in the community, meaning that there are tens of thousands of children in the community. That's in my community that I reside in right now. Would I be considered as a good father or a bad father by me trying to take care of all the children in my community, tens of thousands of children in my community who are quote unquote going hungry. Whose responsibility is that? Is that me? Or is it the one parents' responsibility to make sure that their children are taken care of? Let's take it globally. There are children right now in third world countries, right, who are starving, who are not eating. So is it me? Does it make me be a good father or not? If I'm not going out and using my resources to feed all the children who are in these third world countries who are not eating, do that make me a bad person for not trying to take care of them or not? I guarantee that the answer will be, you know what? You cannot feed the whole entire world. Even in the local community, you'll go back and say, you know what, Irby, you cannot feed the whole entire community. What about your own responsibility? That's what you would say, right? You say, wait a minute, what about your own responsibility? Why you can't take care of your own responsibility? Why you worrying about all the rest of these kids and you need to want to take care of your own child, right? Right? Likewise, the same situation, even as you being a mother, would you have the same type of mentality trying to go and feed the local children in your community? Would you have the same type of mentality of saying that's being a good mother, feeding the local children in your community? Would you have the same type of mentality you're going to try to feed the children in these third world countries? Would you have that same type of mentality? Or would you go back and say, you know what? I'm only responsible for my child. I guarantee that that's what you would do. Even as being a mother, I guarantee you that's what you do. This is no different from this situation. What I just said is no different from this current situation. Meaning that this dude is not obligated to take care of someone else's child. Now, once again, if he chooses to do that, by all means, it's fine. If he chooses to do that, that's fine. If he chooses to do that. But he's not obligated to do that. And that's what's wrong with the situation is that women like this, they feel like that dude not only obligated to do that, they feel also entitled as well. Now, I've been talking about my platform dealing with these manipulative, master manipulator type of modern day women, where they use this master manipulation tactics to say that they're entitled to different things. They feel that they're entitled to this. They feel that they're entitled to that. This situation is no different, where this particular woman feels that she's entitled. Now, here's the underlying root issue. I'm gonna put y'all this way. I'm gonna address your one questions too again, sweet reader. But here's the underlying issue that y'all missing too, and this dealing with this entitlement. All right. The underlying issue that y'all missing is that this whole situation isn't about the children. I'm saying it again. This whole situation isn't about the children. The true core of this situation is about her. It's about her and her entitlement mentality. She feels that since they're no longer together, she feels that she could still use that man however way she wants to use him. Let me say that again for y'all to understand where Urban coming from, so y'all can understand this. She is feeling entitled that she wants to use that man however way she wants to use him. And the best way for her to use that man is to weaponize their child. Say I'm lying about that. The best way to use that man or to manipulate that man is to use their child. Because every woman knows that a good man, right? A good man who cares about his children, and they feel some type of way about that man, where if it was a hard breakup or wherever the case may be, wherever the case happened, that woman knows that that man is going to be emotionally tethered to his seed. She knows that. So she is going to manipulate that situation to try to get back at that man. That's what the underlying issue is. That's the real situation. That's the real scenario about this whole situation, is that she is basically using that man. She's using that man emotionally to get back at him based on wherever the situation may happen for them to break up or them no longer together, so she could still be tethered to that man. Some women, they would do whatever it takes to keep that dude in their life. Some women will purposely procreate with men so that man could stay in their life. Some women would manipulate the children so that man could stay in their life. Some women would do whatever it takes for that man to stay in their life, because another issue is that these type of women, right, when they do things like this, they're doing this for the simple fact that they want that man to feel how the way they are feeling. So I'm lying about that. They want that man to feel how the way they are feeling. If that woman is feeling hurt, if that woman is feeling any type of resentment based on the previous breakup, guess what she's going to do? She's going to hold on to that. Instead of allowing her the opportunity to heal from that, to heal and forgive herself, and also forgiving that man as well too, she's going to hold on to that as long as she can. There are some women, I kid you not, there are some women that are out there, they been pissed off at their baby daddies, right? And they are not going to let that go. They're going to take it to the grave of them being pissed off at their baby daddies or former ex-husbands or whatever the case may be. They will take that to the grave and have that resentment, hatred, and all the stuff, instead of allowing themselves the opportunity to heal from that physically, mentally, and spiritually. Then on top of that, they have the audacity, right, to enter into a brand new relationship with the same type of resentment, the same type of mentality. And guess what they do in them type of relationships? They will find a man, right? Preferably, these type of women preferably will seek out a beta male simp man. Kid y'all not. They'll preferably seek out a beta male simp man to come in and resume what that other man wasn't doing. They play this whole type of victim role, right? Saying that, oh my God, my other baby daddy, he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that for us. And so she do that to manipulate the new dude, and so right, to manipulate him to have this entitlement mentality, say, well, since he wasn't doing it, and that also dealing with that beta male simp pride and ego and stuff too, right? So she'll manipulate all that stuff, right? And say, yeah, he wasn't doing this and do that stuff, but you're a good man, and ha ha ha, he, and all this stuff there. And so he'll get it. You know what? I'm a good man. I'm a captain saver of children, man. So I'm gonna do it. Manipulate that dude into that situation to speak ill will towards a dude, not being truthful and honest about her true intentions, because she haven't healed from that prior relationship, get to a new relationship, right? And now she got this dude sitting up here literally simping over her, doing all these things for children that isn't his. And on top of that, how this dude sit up here fighting the baby daddy over a child that don't even belong. Sam line. Have this dude up here fighting. You're fighting over a child that don't neither belong to him. Sam line. And all of this stems from the point that she haven't healed. She haven't took time to heal from her traumatic experience, physically, mentally, and spiritually. She carried that baggage. Then also have the audacity to enter into this new relationship and would tell this beta male and tell the beta male simp that he is entitled. I mean, she is entitled for him to understand how the way she feel. And he be a simp talking about, yes, baby. Sound line. I'm just saying, y'all. But I'm just presenting this, and I'm just giving y'all a different perspective from a man's point of view, right? From one man to another, especially a man who been through some things. So I'm just letting y'all know. All right, so Sweet Rita, she said this, he knew what kind of woman she was. Why do y'all say that, by the way? Why do y'all say that? Why do y'all bring it up when you say, well, he knew what type of woman he was dealing with? Yeah. But she also knew what type of man that she was dealing with as well too, right? So the old saying was good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So if we're going to keep this a buck, we got to look at this from both perspectives. So both of them knew what type of person that was going to get into, right? Right? I'm just saying. Now, she said this on an actual father has a bigger heart for children than a man without any children. An actual father has a bigger heart for children than a man without any children. I don't know about that because it's built in men DNA to have a heart for children, period, regardless of the fact. But I keep reiterating this to you, Sweet Rita, too. It's the whole entitlement thing. That's where it boils down to, the entitlement thing. Entitlement and also obligation. Any man will have a heart for children, period, because that's part of his divine human nature to be that way. Granted, that is 100% true. But when it comes to the entitlement and the obligation part, is he obligated to do it? Is he obligated to do that? Or is it his responsibility to do that? The answer would be no. But if he chooses to do it, then that's him. If he chooses, then fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. And she said, that's different because if you pick one kids to feed and don't feed the other children in the neighborhood, no neighborhood, don't feed the one. Just leave it alone. You just proved my point. I mean, you just proved my point. Because at the end of the day, he's not obligated to do that. If he chooses to do that, then that's his choice. If not, then that's his choice. Even the same situation with his son and stuff like that. I put it to you this way. Even though he was, trying to quote unquote be a good father for his son, I put it to you this way. He necessarily didn't even have to take his son some McDonald's if he didn't want to, for the simple fact because his mom was there to feed him. Let's look at it from this point of view too. Because his mom was there. I'm pretty sure in these situations, right? In like a lot of situations dealing in this country, right? 9 times out of 10, the woman is going to be the custodial parent, meaning that the children is going to reside wherever the custodial parent is residing at. In most cases, the woman is the custodial parent, meaning that that child is living with that woman, meaning that that woman is obligated to make sure that she's taking care of them children. Why? She's in possession of them children legally. That is her obligation legally to make sure that she's make sure that the children are being fed, that they have shelter, and they got clothes on their back, and also the education. That is her responsibility because she's the custodial parent legally. So let's be realistic about this situation too. To be honest, he really didn't even have to do that. But he chose to do it. If he chose to do it, that was fine. But he didn't have to do that. His son could have called him on the phone and said, Daddy, I'm hungry. Mom had cooked me nothing to eat. Can you bring me some McDonald's? He could very well say, you know what, son, look. No. For the simple fact that your mama's there. Why your mama ain't cook you nothing to eat? Tell your mama want to fix you something to eat. Tell your mama to go to the store and buy you some food or buy you some McDonald's. Why do I have to drive all the way over there to get you some McDonald's? Why? When your mom is there, tell her to do that. Then you want to know what's going to be, when the mom find out about it, you want to know what's going to be her counter argument on that? She's going to call that dude a deadbeat father. Say I'm lying. She's going to call that dude a deadbeat father because he told his son no. Nah, I ain't going to do it. Oh, you're just a deadbeat father. Then it's almost as though as this dude can't win for trying. If he bring food over there, it's an issue. If he say no, it's an issue. So what do he supposed to do? Let me ask y'all that. Ladies who are watching right now, what's he supposed to do? If he bring food over there, it's an issue. She just found it to be an issue, by the way. If it could be either her, either the son or her will call and say, hey, your son Tay, right? He haven't eaten anything, and I haven't got my food stamps or anything like that, and I'm broke. I can't feed him and his siblings. Could you at least come over here and bring him some food to eat? And he would have said no. Guess what would happen? Oh, you're nothing but a deadbeat father. You this and that. I can't stand you, blah, 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 blah. So what's he supposed to do? Explain that one to me. What's he supposed to do? Explain that one. Explain that one. If y'all could figure out that puzzle, then I will retract this whole entire lie right now and say that this situation is the dude's fault. I will. If y'all could explain that one to me, what I just said right now, reasonably, without being in your feelings about it, and you come with a reasonable, logical explanation behind it, I would change my whole entire stance. All right, so if I pick up my child for school and other children are in the car and I stop and get McDonald's for my kid, I'm going to buy the other children something too, or wait until I drop them off. Wait a minute, hold on. You asking a question? Let me read it again. You say if I pick up my children from school and the other children are in the car, first of all, let's ask, is the other children your blood children or not? That's my first question. Are they your blood children, or are they just some children that just ride in the car? They're non-relatives, whatever. That's my first part of that. All right, and I stop and get McDonald's for my kid. I'm going to buy the other children something too. Then you say, or wait until I drop them off. Meaning that you are once again proving my point. And I see you down there, you say the friends, all right? Meaning that you're proving my point. You're proving my point, which is you're only obligated for your child. Now, if you choose to buy McDonald's for the other children, by all means, you could do that. Nothing wrong with that. That is your choice. Just as the same situation, if they're in the car, you choose to buy food for them and not buy food for them, it is nothing wrong with that. It wouldn't be morally acceptable. Get it? Once again, it wouldn't be morally acceptable depending on your moral compass. But however, the whole word I keep saying is obligated. Are you obligated to do that? Which is the answer is no, you're not. You're not obligated to do that. But if you choose to do that, by all means, do it. If you choose not to do that, by all means, do it. It's your right. It is your right. It is absolutely your right to want to choose. Now, if other people have one issue behind that, that don't have nothing to do with you. They have to do with them. I'm just saying. She wants him to be compassionate to the other kids' feeling. See, you're getting it. Sweet reader, you're getting where I'm coming from now. You're understanding exactly where I'm coming from. See, she wants him to be compassionate about the other children feeling because of what? Because of what? The entitlement mentality. I mean, how clear can it get? Because of the entitlement mentality, meaning that she wants him to feel a certain type of way, which this goes to my argument I was saying earlier about her whole entire thing, which that's why I was saying that at the end of the day, it didn't have nothing to do with the children. It had everything to do with her. Had nothing to do with her children. It had everything to do with her and her feelings. She wanted him to feel some type of way. And that's not what I just said earlier, that she wanted him to feel some type of way. And you just proven that. You just proved it. Through your counterclaim. You just proved it, sweet reader. Everything I'm saying, you're proving it. I'm just saying. But I mean, it's a good argument, though. So salute for real. It's a good argument, but you're proving my point. All right. He could easily pick up his kids and took him to eat. That was the man proving the point to their mother. Let me ask you this question too. Since we're talking about hypotheticals now, all right. Let's say hypothetically speaking, let's say that he called her, right, and say, hey, you know what? I'm not trying to get visitation from my son. I just want to spend time with him. So I want to go and get him something to eat just so I spend time with him. What do you think she would have said about that? Once again, he had called and say, you know what? I'm not trying to get visitation. I'm not trying to have one overnight or anything like that. I just want to spend time with my son. So I want to take him and get something to eat. What do you think she would say about that? Do you think she would say, okay, and let him go? Or would she went into that entitlement mentality? Well, if you're going to take your son to get something to eat, you got to take all the children to get something to eat too. I guarantee that she would say the second thing. If you're going to take just your son to get something to eat, you got to take all of them to get something to eat. Which this puts us back into this debacle. Which once again is still proving my point that it was never about the children. It was about how the way she's feeling towards that man. That's what this whole situation is about. And no, he wasn't trying to prove a point. See, that's another thing too, ladies. Let me reveal the secret. Let me reveal the secret about men, all right? I reveal the secret and this urban perspective, but it's also based on urban, me just living life. A secret that I want to reveal to y'all is this. Real men do not do petty bullcrap. Let me say it again. Real men do not do petty bullcrap to purposely hurt their woman. Let me say it one more time. Real men do not do petty bullcrap to purposely hurt a woman. Real men couldn't care less about a woman's feeling, especially we to untether ourselves from that woman. We don't care. We do not care. When we to untether ourselves, we the only connection we have towards that woman is the connection we have between our child. That's it. That's where it's going to stop at. The only exception to that rule if you're dealing with a beta male simp. Now, beta male simps do that bull crap. Absolutely, they do that. Them beta male type simp dudes, they'll do that. They'll get up in their emotions and get up in their feelings and all stuff there because 9 times out of 10, most beta male simps, their upbringing is that they really never had a quote unquote father figure or some type of father figure in their life to help bring them up as a man, and they just had a woman. And so their upbringing is dealing with all this quote unquote estrogen. And so, like I said in all my other shows, right, children mimic the behavior of their parents. So it's no different from that child mimicking the behavior if it's just a single mom in the household. Granted, a single mother can raise a son. She can. She can. But the only thing about it is that son is going to be lacking that masculinity energy. This is the reason why. This is the reason why a single mother tend to assume the energy of or the behavior of masculine energy because they know they're lacking it. Especially when they're dealing with a man-child. They know that that's lacking, so they end up start trying to assume that type of energy or assimilate that type of energy into their being so it could balance itself out. And it's all due to the nature itself. But the bad part about that is that it's the energy is fake. It's not pure masculine energy. So therefore, when that man-child, growing up, this is when he becomes a beta male simp. He have all this additional femininity and masculinity energy in him where he don't know how to deal with it. He don't know how to deal with it. Versus an actual man where a man would be in the household and would teach his son how to be balanced, how to deal with that. He will mimic the behavior of his father, and he'll learn how to deal with that type of energy. That's what happened in these situations, and that's what happened with beta male simps. So yeah, they will be the ones who will sit up here and be all petty. They'll be the ones who will quote unquote, like our women be saying, be dealing with narcissists. Guess who the one beta male? Guess what? Beta male simps are narcissists as hell. Them dudes are narcissists. They're controlling. They're hyper emotional, or hypersensitive. Absolutely, they are. They're the ones who will try to be abusive physically, mentally, and spiritually to you. But as Sweet Rita's adequately said, that these are the ones that y'all choose. Just like it be the man be choosing that woman, it be the woman who be choosing that man too. Vice versa. Vice versa. So yeah, they be the Yeah, absolutely. They be the ones who had the energy, but a real man don't do that petty stuff. A real man don't be thinking about stuff like that. A real man is strategic. A real man is logical with the moves that he make. Believe me, a real man move based on what's going to be the best course solution for the situation. That's what a real man would do. That's what a real man would do. Regina, thank you so much for the cash app. I got something for you real quick. Here you go. Got something for you real quick. Just for you, Regina.
Okay. I see what he's doing. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So thank you. Thank you. But yeah, a real man doesn't move like that. I'm just saying. A real man does not move like that, period. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, good one, Sweet Reader. Like the conversation that you're sharing with me is good. Like I say, I'm not I hope that this dialogue that we're having together, I hope that you're not getting offended behind it. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm countering you and stuff. It's a good argument. It's good. But I appreciate it. Now let's get on down here. Man, you said a lot, Sweet Reader. But all right. Matt says she says she get food stamps on the 7th and the 11th. Okay, y'all. This how I knew that this video was fake, right? I knew that this video is fake is because my job, right? I know the pay cycle when people receive these type of benefits, and I could tell you that they only receive benefits once a month. That's it. And there's a certain cycle when they receive it. If y'all didn't know, there's a certain cycle within the month that they receive their food stamps. Some people will receive their food stamps on the 1st. Some people will receive their food stamps either on the 1st, either on the 6th, or on the 12th of the month. 1st, 6th, or 12th of the month. Trust me, I know. So yeah, that's how I knew that this video was fake. Just by her saying that, I already knew that she tripping. Yeah, she tripping like I ain't nothing. All right, now Sweet, she said a 5-pack of chicken would have fed everybody who's being petty towards that money. Nah. Because like I say, he's not obligated. Wherever, see, now, what you're saying, Rita, now is this. You're basically saying now that you're controlling him how the way he need to spend his money. That's basically what you were saying, right? So likewise, let's flip it. Let's flip the script. How would you feel if that man were to tell you that you should buy them a $5 pack of chicken? How do you feel about that? I guarantee that you have the same mentality as saying that, nigga, you can't tell me how the way I spend my money. If I'm gonna buy 4 for 4 for just one person, I'm gonna buy 4 for 4 for one person. The hell, what you talking about? Just like what you said earlier, where you had your child and had their friends with them, and you chose the latter. You said, you know what, I'm gonna buy food for my child, or I'm gonna wait until after I drop his some friends off. Then I'm gonna buy food for them. Because how dare them to tell you how the way you should spend your money? Because it's your money, not theirs. I'm just saying. But by the way, Regina, welcome. Appreciate you tuning in, Regina. Salute to you. And everybody else that are watching the show today, appreciate you tuning in as well, too. Appreciate you. Let me go ahead and stroll on down to this. Let me get to these comments here real quick. Now, Sweet Rita, she says this, I'm happy you run the show because I know you're submissive to me. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm not submissive to Sweet Rita, y'all. There's only one woman. There's only one woman that Urban is submissive to, and that is Mrs. Urban, and not in a way that y'all think it is. We are universally submissive to each other. The reason why we're universally submissive to each other is because we love and we respect each other. And the biggest part of that, which I need to understand about this submission part, is this. The biggest part of this is that we trust each other. When it comes down to it, we trust each other moves, we trust each other decisions, especially with moving towards the family. That's what y'all need to understand. Submission is the ultimate form of trust in a relationship, meaning that y'all trust each other with whatever moves that y'all are going to make it for the relationship and for their family. That's ultimately what submission is. Ultimately, that's what submission is. Submission is trust. It's not this whole scary word that y'all afraid of. Oh my God, he's controlling me. Oh my God, I can't do nothing in life. Oh my God, he's crazy. That is not what we're talking about when we're talking about the word submission. The ultimate word of submission is the total trust of each other. That's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. If you're in if y'all listen to me right now, and you're in a relationship and you don't have freedom to be who you are, once again, you're in a relationship and you don't have the freedom to be who you are, you don't have the freedom to do whatever it is that you was doing prior before being in a relationship, as long as there ain't nothing negative or bad in that relationship, then you may need to reconsider that relationship. May need to reconsider that. Because you're dealing with a toxic relationship. That's what you're dealing with. You're truly dealing with a toxic relationship. That's what you're dealing with. But like I say, true submission, when you break it down to the smallest, simplest molecule, the smallest simple atom, it means trust, ultimate trust for each other. You trust that man in this decision to move a certain way, and he trusts you to move a certain way. That's what it's about. Now, if you're lacking trust, then that's when you have a problem with the word submission. And that's what I've been seeing, especially with modern day women, especially dealing with modern day women. Modern day women The reason why they have a problem with this word submission is for, first of all, they have a problem with submission because the ultimate form of submission means to trust one another. And that modern day woman is lacking trust. The second part of this equation, the reason why the modern day woman is lacking trust is because of the physically, mentally, and spiritually abuse that they have encountered during past relationships. And I have noticed that a lot of modern day women been dealing with these emotional, hypersensitive beta male simps who are not truly men, who truly not walking in their purpose. They choose these type of men too. They choose these type of men as well too. And they go and be in these relationships, right? They go and be in these relationships, right? And try to manipulate that man and try to make this man be a quote unquote a social experiment to see how much they could change that man into the way that they want them to be and become unsuccessful in that because that man is already set in his ways. They get out of the relationship, right? All damage. Get out of the relationship, all damage. They had the audacity, like I said earlier, to jump right back into a whole new relationship, still messed up, still damaged, and actually dealing with an actual real man. Finally, dealing with an actual real man who ain't going to put up with all that BS. He's going to tell you straight up what's his purpose is. He's going to tell you straight up the intentions of the family and how the way we're going to move and everything. And you can't even trust that dude because you lost your trust within the past relationships that you done dealt with. So when that man started talking about things about submission and all that stuff there, you get afraid. Because you haven't healed yourself from that traumatic experience. And so now you're in creating a toxic relationship with this dude. But this dude, this real man, this real dude is not going to put up with your BS. He's not going to put up with it. He's going to give you one, just like with Myra, going to give him a 90-day probation. They're going to give you a 90-day probational period and see how you move. After 90 days is up, guess what? If y'all ain't acting right, guess what that dude gonna do? He's gonna move on. He's not gonna put up with it. He's not gonna waste 90 more days, then 90 more days become a year. He's not gonna do that. Because he's about his purpose. He's about his business. And he's not gonna allow any type of stressful event prohibit him for walking towards his purpose, not even a woman. He would even think logically like this. He'll say, you know what? It'll be better for me just to go around and just sleep with women and not be in a relationship with me than to deal with a messed up woman. They'll literally do that. Hence, this is what Kevin Samuels was talking about. But I'm saying it in a more nice, gentle way. But that was pretty much what Kevin Samuels was talking about these dudes, and they got choices and all that stuff there. That's what they talking about. Because these true men is gonna move differently. They're gonna move differently. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I say you're hungry. So what you want to eat, Miss Stokes? Regina. I need to eat something too. I haven't ate nothing either. I may eat some leftover spaghetti, y'all. Are you saying I remind you of your nephew? Oh, favorite my kid nephew? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. But I mean, yeah. Yeah. Sweet Rita, I just said this the last time. I don't know what you're talking about. I said this the last time. I said this before, because we're submissive towards each other. And just like I say, the reason why we're submissive towards each other because we trust each other. Submission deals with trust. That's what it deals with. We trust each other. There ain't no controlling thing. If y'all thinking that submission is a controlling thing, then you need to reevaluate your mentality because that ain't what that's talking about. I'm put to y'all this way. Then I'm gonna want to show this last clip and I'll be done. I'm put to y'all this way too. I'm put to y'all this way. The reason why your children, right, submit to you or submit to the parents is because, not because it deals with an issue of control, but they submit to y'all because of what? They trust your authority. They trust whatever it is that you tell them to do. You could tell them anything and they're going to trust it. Matter of fact, I'm going to challenge y'all on this. Those of you who are children right now, I'm challenging y'all on this real quick. And I want y'all to come back and say, Urban, you are right. Challenge y'all on this. Give your children, your younger children, any type of directive, right? You just tell them to do some random thing. And my word, for example, tell your children, hey, I need y'all to run outside in the backyard and do 10 jumping jacks. I guarantee that when you tell your children, your young children, whatever, to go outside and do 10 jumping jacks, guess what they're going to do? They're not going to question it. They're going to run out there and do 10 jumping jacks. But you know the reason why they're going to do it? It's not because it's a submission as far as you're controlling them. It's because they trust your judgment. That's why. Because in their mind, they're thinking that you have the best solution for them for their well-being, period. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Likewise, it's the same exact way dealing with grown adults. When you're on your job and your boss tell you to do a certain thing, it ain't about the controlling thing as y'all think it is, but it's about the trust. You're trusting your supervisor better judgment. If your supervisor tell you to do it, I guarantee you're going to do it because you trust the overall judgment and decision of that supervisor or their boss. So if that be the case, if that simple logic applies to children and it applies to you going to work, why is it so hard to accept being in a relationship? Which I know the reason why, because I just told you why. Because I just told you the reason why. The reason why is because some of y'all is lacking trust. Because y'all had a traumatic experience dealing with trust / submission. You had a traumatic experience about that, and now it's hard for you to trust or to submit to anything. Just like with the law of the land. If the law of the land, just like even right now, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a live about this on later too. This Roe versus Wade thing again, because I got something I want to challenge the men about this Roe versus Wade, but overturned. But overall, the law says now that Roe versus Wade is overturned. No matter how much you protest about it, no matter how much you feel about it, guess what they're gonna do? They are going to submit or trust what the law is saying, even if they don't agree with it. Say I'm lying. So it's no difference. No difference. Because that's what it deals with. The whole situation deals with trust. If you're lacking trust, you're lacking submission. because that's where submission really is. Submission is synopsis of however I say. I know I screwed that word up. Submission is similar to trust. It's the same as that thing. Same as that thing. Same as that thing. I trust me more than my supervisor. I would do it because it's my job. No, you're doing it because you trust what your boss has said. Don't try to deflect, sweet reader. Come on now. Everybody that's like 4-0 against you so far, sweet reader. don't try to deflect. Be real. You're doing it because you trust the overall decision of what your boss tell you to do. That's why you're doing it. Because if that be the case, I guarantee you would not be working at the job. Matter of fact, if that be the case, I guarantee you would not be working, period. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you still have to trust the system. Some people think that being an entrepreneur mean y'all thinking that, you just your own boss, period. No, that is not true. Entrepreneurship basically means that you're basically legally obligated for the financial status of the job that you have created. That's basically what it means. But you're still under submission to the local government. You still have to follow certain protocols with the Department of Labor and all these other type of sectors. If you don't follow these different type of rules, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get shut the hell down. So you're still under submission, or you still have to trust the system. No matter how the way you try to run away from it, still have to trust the system. You're trusting something. So that's what I'm saying. Now you're asking, do I trust my supervisor's decision? No, I don't trust all the decisions that my supervisor make, but at the end of the day, guess what I do? I still do it. No, I don't. But I still do it. Because I believe that some decisions that my supervisor make, it be based on a emotional decision, but it's not based on a logical business decision. That's the one reason why. But at the end of the day, guess what? Even though I don't agree with it, guess what everyone's going to do? I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. But I'm going to put y'all this way too. We're still talking about this situation. Am I obligated to go ahead and do it? Because that's what this whole conversation about is, being obligated or not. Am I obligated to do it? Now, by me signing a contract or the application for this business, according to the business needs and demands, yes, I am obligated to do whatever it is that they tell me to do. But at the same time, I have the legal right to terminate my contract, or as we say, terminate my contract or employment. At any given time, I could do that. Terminate my contract of employment, where I no longer have to be obligated of doing that. That's the only difference of that. That's the only difference. You know what? I put it to you this way too, and I just thought about this too. Even with this situation with the old boy, right? Now, when I show you the video, she's going to say that she's going to say that, well, he used to take care of all the kids and all the stuff too. Well, when y'all was in a relationship, you could look at it the same thing I just said about the job a few minutes ago. You could look at it as saying that while he was in a relationship or in a contract agreement with her, he had obligated himself to do that. But once when he terminated that contract or terminated that agreement, he's no longer obligated to do that. Same difference with the job. Same difference. You could do it because you're obligated to do it. But if you don't want to do it, by all means, you could terminate your contract. By all means, you could do it. by all means, you can do it. Absolutely, you can. Same thing about being married. Same situation. If you don't agree with whatever's going on in the marriage, guess what? You could terminate that contract where you're no longer obligated. So I'm just saying. Let me do this on the last part. Let me show you her video, and I will be done. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope I'm giving y'all a different perspective about all this. I appreciate the chats and everything. Mad Militant, Regina, I appreciate you as well. Then I also appreciate Sweet Rita as well too, with the rebuttals that she's doing. Salute to all y'all who are viewing. So let me show you this on last part, and I will be done with this. All right. So let's view this. All right. Let's do this last part. Hold up. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child.
Y'all see that?
So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well.
Now notice the entitlement mentality, and this is what I was pointing out to y'all earlier, is that it's the whole point of the entitlement mentality. First of all, that's the whole entire thing that I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It's the entitlement. Then also, the other part about this, what I'm getting y'all to understand, is that it never had nothing to do with the children. Even though this whole situation is fake, but it never had anything to do with the children. It was everything to do with how the way she was feeling about that dude. That's where it boils down to.
Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes?
Oh, Sweet Rita, I am so glad that you brought it up. But we're gonna talk about that too. Let me finish this video, and we're gonna want to talk about that. All right. I'm glad that you brought that up, man. I'm so glad you brought that up. I was waiting on one of y'all ladies who say that too. So hold on, let me finish this, and we're gonna talk about that. Then we'll be done.
But yeah, you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though. That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Period. All right, so yeah, let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about this. All right. Alrighty. Now, let's talk about this comment that Sweet Rita said, and I am so glad you brought this up. Now, Sweet Rita, she said this on, apparently he built a bond with the other children before they broke up. That's what she said. And so she is saying this is because she's using this as, once again, as a counter rebuttal, right? To try to prove a point that overall it was this dude decision that he decided to undo this, right? And also trying to prove the claim that overall it's this dude that is being petty. Okay. So let me ask you a question on Sweet Rita and all the women who are watching. All right. Let me ask y'all this question. And I'm very, very curious to hear y'all answer on this. All right. Very curious. All right. So let's say that y'all same scenario, right? Y'all went through the relationship and the relationship ended up, discontinued for whatever the reason, right? Same situation. Y'all have a child together, but the woman had other children as well too. The dude was being a beta male simp, was take care of not only his responsibility, but her children's responsibility as well too, right? And so, here's my question. Even though that y'all broken up, right? And be honest, be absolutely honest with this question. Would you still trust that dude to still do things for your children that isn't his? For example, let's say that this dude was like, "Hey, I want to take on Trey, which is not his son, right? I want to Trey, Ray, Dante, Snickers, Skittles, whatever they name they are, right? Other than his son, right? Or it could be, it could be included. Yeah, take all of them. Hey, I want to take all the children out, right? I want to take every last children out, and I want to take them, like I did with my kids. So I want to take them to Six Flags, all right? Without you. I want to take them to Six Flags without you. My question is, would you let them? Y'all just broken up. The breakup ended however way it ended. Would you, as a mother, would still trust that dude who is not the father of the other children and allow them to want to go to Six Flags or wherever the case may be? Y'all just broken up. You're feeling some type of way. Keep in mind that you're a woman. So you're feeling some type of way about this dude already. You're feeling some type of way about this dude. So would you trust this dude to take your children out to go to Six Flags, to go to McDonald's, to go to Burger King, to go to Taco Bell, whatever the case may be? Would you trust him to do that? Sweet Rita would say yes. I'm calling cap on that. Man, go ahead real quick, throw the cap in the one come in because I'm calling the cap on that. If Sweet Rita was feeling some type of way, I guarantee she would not let that dude take them children because you want to know why? It's because she's feeling, first of all, she's feeling emotionally some type of way about that dude. Secondly, she is feeling entitled because them are her children. Everybody fixing to get you for real because she's feeling entitled because them are her children. Ladies, how many times do y'all say this? Them are my kids. Let me say it again. How many times do y'all say this? Them are my kids. Everybody, where are you going with this? Them are my kids. Instead of saying, them are our children. Oh man, y'all missing it. Instead of saying them are our children, right? Women tend to always say, them are my kids. Them are my kids. But the only time they will give the father claim to the children if that child is doing something bad. Prove me wrong. The only time that mother will give that father claim to them children is when that child is doing something wrong. 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 When that child is doing something wr She'll go and say, these are my kids. Like she done had these kids by herself. Like she done inserted the sperm and everything by herself. Like she just created a sperm and everything all on her own. Like she's part of the lizard family and stuff. Where you know y'all know that on different reptilians and stuff, right? They can impregnate themselves, right? They could create the young sperm and all this stuff on their own, right? Different reptilian species could do that, right? So they're thinking that they just did all this on their own and say, them are my kids. My kids. But when that child do something wrong or that child is some misbehavior, guess what they're doing? Tim, you need to come and get your kid. You need to come get these kids. They're not your kids no more when they're acting up. But they're your kids when they're doing good. Or when it's entitled for you to think that way. Everybody getting y'all today, for real. Calling out the behavior for real. So, just like I say, I'm calling cap on this situation because for the simple fact you will have an entitlement mentality. You would not let that dude take your child out and go get no ice cream or Six-Flags or anything like that, especially if that's not his blood child. You already be feeling an entitlement or some type of way just by him taking out his child. Some of y'all would try to impede on him taking the child out. Say I'm lying. Let alone y'all will lose your mind if you try to take the other children out too. They don't even belong to him. Because you want to know why? Because y'all going to be up in your emotions. Y'all will even say some stupid stuff saying, all this dude want to do is take my children out because he's going to kidnap them. Say I'm lying. Say that this dude's trying to kidnap them. And will literally create a whole false situation. Y'all will sit up here, call the police. Y'all will call the Amber Alert. Just so the overall end goal is to make that dude feel how the way you feeling. Put that dude in a situation to make that dude feel how the way you feel. Call a false Amber Alert and everything. Just so you can get a giggle. And y'all sit up there or go to the police and sit up there and be crying and lying, saying, God dang, y'all sit up here lying and everything. Get on national TV crying, and this dude is right up the street at McDonald's with them kids. But you told them they could go. And next thing you know, y'all create a whole different scenario, a whole different situation. And here it is, a police surrounding McDonald's or wherever the case that may be. This dude don't even know what's going on. Police still apprehending him. Like, what's going on? She told me to come get them. Oh my goodness, say I'm lying about that. Golly, woo-wee. But this is how some of these modern day women are. Like I said, I'm not saying all of them think this way, but some of them do be literally think about stuff like this. They'll literally do that. And I'm talking about y'all sisters will literally do stuff like this, for real. These are real life situations that really do happen. Just as the same situation where women would sit up here with call CPS for no apparent reason, all kind of crazy stuff that they would do. There's some of y'all sisters that does this. I ain't saying all of them, but some of them do that. Real life scenario. I have seen it happen. Based on my profession that I do, I have seen it happen. I've seen the extreme situations, for real, that y'all wouldn't even think about that some of these women and beta male simps will do. I've seen it. I have seen it. I'm just saying. Yeah, you better run them donations. Cause I'm dropping knowledge to y'all today, for real though. For real. And Siri, I just said it. I just said not all women. I'm saying that your modern day women sisters are like this, for real. I'm just saying. Of course, it's not all women. Just like the same situation, it's not all men, which I didn't adequately point that out. There are men who are actually men out there. Then there are men who are beta male simps. I'm just saying. And I have addressed that on my platform. They don't get no pass. This ain't just about Urban talking about these modern day women, their behavior. I talk about these beta male simps, their behavior too. They don't get no pass. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm calling cap on that because I know you want to do it, sweet reader. I know you want to do it. You feeling some type of way about that man, and I know you're not going to do it. No, you're not. You're not going to let that dude take all your children out to get some ice cream from Brahms. I don't know why you lying. The one way you'll do that if y'all were actually together, if y'all still together, or here's another exception of the rule. If y'all not together, or if y'all not together, but y'all are what is known as fuck buddies, y'all still having sex with each other. That'll be the only exception of the rule. You'll maybe allow them to do that because y'all still. That's the only exception of the rule. But other than that, if y'all have no connection whatsoever, you're pissed off at that dude about the relationship ending and he done moved on and all the stuff there, it's not going to happen. Trust me, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. I'm just saying. So stop capping, sweet reader. No, you ain't going to do that. Stop that capping. What Urban man? What Urban at right now? I'm like I'm 10-0 now. They give sweet reader now. I'm 10-0. I'm undefeated with all these counter arguments and stuff, proving my point. Urban undefeated. See, sweet reader, she know. But once again, good arguments. Salute. I respect it for real though. But see, the only reason why I know is because I done heard all this stuff before on Sweet Reader. That's how I know how to counter these arguments, because I literally heard them before, for real. A lot of things you just said, these are basic average stuff that people say all the time, especially women say it all the time. And no, you did not prove a point. You did not prove a point. You proved my point throughout this whole entire show. You didn't prove my point, Sweet Reader. You proved my point. Other than the other part that you got so happy and did a thumbs up for, the only one part that you got happy about when I told you that I submit to Mrs. Urban and I explained the reason why, and you got all happy about that. Oh my God, yay! I'm like, why are you happy about that when that's what we're supposed to do in relationship? And I explained to you the reason why. Duh. No, I'm not. Because you wasn't right. I'm not going to admit that you're right because you wasn't right. There are things that you said that I agree with you on. But for us being right, Urban is undefeated. Urban is undefeated. Bye, y'all. I got to want to go, y'all. I got to leave. I got to go pick my daughter up. All right, y'all. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to the show. I hope that I gave y'all, that's a different perspective. Like always, this is just my personal perspective, how I see things based on my experience in life and also based on my professional perspective about this as well too. You know what I'm saying? So I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to do another show maybe later, or I may do it Sunday, depending on the situation, because I want to revisit this on Roe versus Wade overruling one more time because I got something that I want to share with y'all about that again too. So we're gonna have a conversation about that. So tune into that. Make sure you get your notification set when I get ready to go live because I want y'all here in the house. I want to hear y'all perspective about what I'm gonna share. All right. So yeah. That's what I gotta do. I gotta represent state gain and toxic masculinity. So that's that, sweet reader. Appreciate it, Regina. Appreciate it. And you're welcome as well. I'm glad that I entertained you today. Once again, thank you, Regina, for the donation as well too. Thank you so much for that. All right. So, like I always, y'all continue to fight fate with faith, and I'll see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.
I don't care how long it take to get an op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.